What does a Domino's Pizza Tracker and a package or shipment tracking page have in common? They both give us transparency about the process it takes for a destination or an arrival to happen. How our pizza is being made, when it will arrive, and when our beloved package will arrive, or at least where it is right now. You've probably heard this question. What's the status of my order? Either via email, phone, text, whatever. This is probably more than a daily question. In fact, it's probably all the time. Your customers are asking for this same level of transparency. They've deeply invested in this product. They need it right away. They need it on a predictable time frame. They need it to keep their assembly lines moving. They want to be able to communicate estimated ship dates to their customers. Whatever the reason is, they need this information. They want this transparency from you. In this video, we're going to look at the benefits and the challenges of clearly communicating this order status through a customer portal. Ultimately, this is the number one benefit of having a customer portal, something that they can log into and see the status of their order. My name is Joseph Maxwell, and I am thrilled to be able to support American manufacturers in this really special way of helping them become digitally enabled and enter into this era where so much is happening in an automated or streamlined workflow. Yes, it relies less on human intervention, but the beauty of that is that it allows your humans to be even more productive when sales, building relationships, and marketing, whatever. That is our specialty for American manufacturers. So as we look at this, we need to first understand what is order process management. How does this work? And before we dive into looking at the benefits as well as the challenges of this process, I also invite you to go to the link in the description below or in the comments as well, where we link you to our website. And, this video is a few minutes long, but that article is really in depth. We've put a whole bunch of knowledge based off of our experience working with our manufacturing partners to be able to help bring this knowledge to you, to enable you to share this information with your customers. So the first question is, what is an order process management system? There's many facets and several pieces of this, but the point is we want to expose the manufacturing and fulfillment process to our customers in as many ways as possible. We need to communicate the status. We need to communicate the estimated ship date to our customers. And we need to be able to reach out if there is an exception to these processes. This is enabled through three pieces of technology that must be in place in order to do this. Number one, we need a system on the floor to capture statuses. This is going to be probably your ERP, Acumatica, Dynamics, Fishbowl, Epicor, Profit. There's a million out there. Some obscure systems as well. We've dealt with those. Number one is the system on the floor, your ERP, to be able to track this status. You already probably have this. Number two is a public-facing customer system. We strongly recommend an e-commerce platform like BigCommerce. It's fully built out of the box, basically literally everything you would want out of it, maybe some customizations to the theme. There might be some other areas that you would want to build on for your specific needs, but out of the box, it does well over 80% of what you will likely need on a given website, as well as allowing digital sales. Why not? It's kind of a no-brainer. Number two is this customer-facing system, portal, whatever you want to call it. But number three is a digital link to bridge these two systems together. This is often easier if you're linking a ERP to a well-known e-commerce platform because in many cases that link has already been built. So order process management is a matter of communicating this up to the customer via an automated digital system in as many ways as possible. Now, I would like to look at some of the benefits that come as a result of this type of process, this type of system. It's going to require a lot of standardization across your entire workforce in order to be able to pull this off. Number one, this is really special. The number one benefit is trust. Trust is built. Trust is the absolute foundation for any business relationship. you will build trust by giving this exposure to your internal processes as much as is possible. I'm not talking about, every person individually that touches you this order is going to have their name on the ticket. No, not that necessarily that detailed. You could, but that's going to be hard to manage. You want to be transparent with your process, allowing customers to be able to trust you, thus come back in front of them. Another one is the marketing opportunities that will come as a result of this. You're going to put these opportunities in front of them. They're going to see this additional products or services. Free advertising. You're going to be able to show off these new case studies, new products, and you don't longer have to rely exclusively on your salespeople or these ignored emails that you send out. It's another opportunity for people to quickly get in there and see this information. Number 3, your customers will start planning around this visibility. It's going to give them more certainty with their production process. And this is a potentially terrifying benefit because it is a double-edged sword. In many cases or ways, you really don't want your customers holding you to specific dates as much as possible, because what if you miss it? They're going to be upset and lose trust, actually. Customers love this information, and this is going to set you apart in the competitive space, especially as we start looking into the international world, because they don't do anything that I have seen along those lines. Customer planning is critical. Number 4, your customers will understand that this is a significant investment in technology beyond most or maybe all of your competition. Few people enjoy working with companies that are seen as behind the 8 ball. Companies that set this bar, this standard high, have an allure that's hard to match. Look in the rest of the business world. You set the standard, make everyone play catch up, bring value to your customers. You have a competitive advantage. We've done this for one of our clients, Grandstand, based in Lawrence, Kansas, here right by us. Link is in the description below to their website. Customers can easily see where their order is in this process. It's a very hands-on process to get these shipments out the door. When it's estimated to arrive. This is a highly automated system, and it's taken a while to perfect. Don't get me wrong. This is not something that can be just done overnight. But things just happen now based off of inputs and selections. It's pretty freaking amazing. Emails are sent, estimated delivery date is updated, information is sent out. It's all done automatically. Now, you're probably thinking, if you're like me, you're probably thinking, well, this is easier said than done, right? We have a unique process, and so, of course, I can't give you a set roadmap or set list of how to do this, but a few of the challenges we approached are fairly solvable, and I want to talk about these challenges and situations that you might find arising, but there are often solutions to these. Number one would be communicating regular but unexpected delays. So things happen. Machines break. Raw materials are back ordered, just like post-COVID. This world is crazy. Shipping over the holidays takes way longer than it should. I would propose a couple of things in these type of a scenario. Number 1, kind of a no-brainer, but still worth saying. Never state shipping date with complete certainty. So you want to give yourself some breathing room by saying estimated shipping date. Make sure you account for that type of verbiage. But second, build a process for notifying your customers when an order date is moved into the future. This could be as simple as salespeople watching these numbers. There's a exception that came up on the floor and firing off emails to your clients. Or it could be more complex, like something we've done to actually automate these emails going out to your customers. The estimated shipping date gets moved out and emails are triggered. Number 2, the integration breaks. This is technology. Technology is not infallible. Things happen. When it is broken, your team can manually update the status. I get it. It's a real pain. but it is a possibility. And given a long-term outage, that becomes a major problem. But the way these systems are built, you can go in there manually update this information. Not ideal, but it works. Now, kind of piggybacking on that, manual actions don't happen. If this communication relies on human operators like me to change data, and maybe then the status changes based off of that, we have an unavoidable weak link. This is not a problem, but it needs to be accounted for in one of two ways. Either number one, we eliminate these human interventions over time. That's ideal, but it's going to take time and money in order to be able to build out systems to overcome these challenges. But number two also works pretty well, and that is strict enforcement. I put that in quotes, through signage and checkpoints. So anything you can do to remind people, hold them accountable, have they been following through with these requirements, this process, to be able to notify or to update whatever along the way. This is critical. Here at SwiftOtter, we have a term that we use all the time called hospitality. Getting this spirit of hospitality into your staff is critical, something that needs to be championed every single day. How can we help our customers be absolutely thrilled with the service that we bring? Job security is really what that comes down to. Number four, we have another very common issue, and that would be rush projects. So delays pushes the estimated ship date out into the future, and rush projects pulls it forward. These contingencies are likely to only affect the estimated ship date, so not the rest of the statusing around the order. The customer must be notified, and there will be an option. There needs to be an option in the system to manually pull that estimated ship date forward. There also could be maybe exception statuses if we need to go there. But rush projects pull that date forward, and there needs to be a way to manually inject or modify or in an automated way handle when this date needs to be in further or closer to us as far as the delivery goes. I would like to invite you to download our B2B Manufacturing Manifesto, where we dive into a lot of these concepts, but more on the e-commerce side. What does it take to build this really amazing experience, but over time? You see, in a lot of cases, this e-commerce experience ends up being this massive behemoth that never ends up getting done, this customer portal. What we're talking about here in this article and what we talk about in this download here, feel free to download it at your convenience, is a crawl, walk, run phase. Let's get progress. Let's get traction. And let's start moving it forward. This B2B Manifesto is exactly that, but a little bit more on the e-commerce side. If you want more information about what we've talked about here, feel free to give us and send us an email, give us a call. This article that you see down here below has a tremendous amount of information based off of our experience on how you can successfully win your customers' loyalty and admiration through giving them more transparency into the manufacturing and fulfillment process.